Excellent connection. What's up, Hugo? Make sure everyone can hear us. Indeed, they can. Fantastic. What's up, Hugo? Have not heard this yet. Interested to hear what the whole thing is like? Well, sir, neither have I. What's up, Ethereal? How are you? And we are live. What's up, Brickster? Never heard this band before? Well, until last year, neither had I. Noah is Noah's quite a fan.
Yes, I am. They're one of my favorite active bands.
For different reasons, I guess. I don't really know. I don't really know why you enjoy them so much, to be honest. I don't remember them very well.
They make good music. That's why.
What's up, Tim? You really like this band? Glad to hear it. Brutal. Brutal. Long walk. Well, glad you're here, Palmer. I'd say you're a big fan as well. Good. What genre would you classify Black Country New Road as, Noah?
Cool. Well, we already said this like a minute ago.
It's still art rock.
It is still art rock. It has not changed in the last minute.
You said this album's different, though.
Yeah, different sound. It's still called art rock.
What's up,
very different.
Ian? Hello from Australia. Hello from the States of America. Yeah, I bet, bro. So you call it art rock?
Yep.
It is art rock. Okay. I don't remember. I know we recorded a reaction to Hands from Up There. I don't remember it at all.
It's good.
Yeah, might have to redo it one day. That's crazy.
Might have to. What's up, Rickster? How's Vegas? How you guys all doing on this Saturday evening? Doesn't feel like evening when the sun's still out, does it? But it is evening. Aussie album review coming soon. What album? We have a lot of reviews that we have to get through, so there's probably not going to be any specific requests coming soon. A lot of we got a couple paid album requests lined up. We got some Floyd we got to get through, and we got about 20 so days to do it. Getting ready to go see John Anderson and the Band Geeks. John Anderson and the Band Geeks.
Same John Anderson from Yes.
Must be.
Men at Work reaction when.
I would love to do a Men at Work reaction, but Cole might kill us.
Down under.
What?
Come from a London.
Why would I? You want to do a Men at Work reaction?
Now?
Someday.
Why would I kill you?
You're not a fan of Men at Work.
I would love to know when I said that. I mean, I guess I'm not a fan, but I don't dislike them.
Yes, okay, got you.
I like the Land Down Under song. It's fun.
Land Down Under.
Did they even make albums? Like,
yeah.
What do you mean?
Who the hell knows Men at Work albums? they're definitely like a one-hit wonder.
No, they got another song that was popular.
Down Under was
Hear
their
that?
worst
Who
song
can
by a
it
mile.
be now? With the saxophone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. All right. Well, I have no idea how many people are gonna
I
get the
love that
Black
Ryan's
Country
like,
New
oh,
Roads
I would
album.
love to do a Men at Work reaction. He knows one song.
I knew
That's
the
why I
most
like to
songs
do a
here.
reaction to see how
A
much,
whopping 2.
to see if they get better or worse.
Not overly interested.
All right. I have no idea how many people we're gonna get, so let's get it moving. Let's start, and we'll get rolling. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the 3 Idiots Talking Podcast. Today, we are here with a brand new album review from the band called Black Country New Road. So, this was an album that dropped yesterday, correct, Noah? At the time of this
Friday.
recording,
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah, so Friday, on April 4th, 2025. It is 11 songs, 52 minutes long, called Forever How Long. I have basically no idea about this album. I have very little to say about this band because I know nothing about it except for the fact that I did do a Lost album review for once. We did this once ago on their old album called Ants from Up
Ants
There.
from Up There.
There it is. Ants from Up There. We did a recording of that once for a reaction, and I lost the video of it. It's gonna have to find that someday. But Noah, tell us about Black Country New Road, and tell us about this band, and for those who might not know anything about them.
All right, Black Country New Road consists of the members Lewis Evans, saxophone, May Kershaw, who plays piano, Tyler Hyde, bass, vocals, Georgia Ellery, who plays like violin, mandolin, also does vocals, Charlie Wayne on the drums, and Luke Mark on guitar. Yeah, I did that all by my head. They've been a band since like late 2010s, but they didn't come out with their first album until like 2021. Got a lot of critical acclaim, or no, sorry, it was like 2020. But then they dropped their big album in like 21 or 22. Ants from Up There got massive critical acclaim, and now they're here with this new album, missing their original member, Isaac Wood.
I was like,
guy.
is he just about to go right over the
Well,
biggest
Isaac's
part?
not on this album, you know?
So
it's their first album without their main lyricist and songwriter.
Oh, so that's a pretty big loss. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So who replaced him?
Their bassist Tyler Hyde, their pianist May Kershaw.
Okay.
And their violin player George Ellery. All three of them do lead vocals on this album.
So we talked about it before the stream and before this recording, but they're an art rock band. They had an album a couple years ago, like you said, called Ants from Up There. It has received a lot of critical acclaim on music rating websites. We did a reaction to it. It like I said, it got lost, but we'll have to probably go back and do that one again. But would you say, I mean, you called this one of your favorite active bands at the moment. Not a huge band, only have about 1 million followers or monthly listeners on Spotify. What should people know? What differentiates them from other art rock bands?
I guess just having a very broad sound, a lot of different instruments. They're very talented instrumentalists.
They do
borderline indie.
Indie. They have a lot of band members. When I looked up the band members for making this thumbnail, I was like, wow, that's a fairly big band. Even for an art rock band, it's fairly big. So also,
I hope you didn't do a picture of Isaac Wood in it.
I did not. I didn't put a band on there. I didn't know who was active currently or not. Okay, so this album cover is a little odd. It looks like a drawn or painted on face with some creature going like that and a star in the middle. I have absolutely no idea. It's kind of cool, kind of summery vibes to it. Cole, you're not a fan though.
That shit looks stupid as hell.
It looks like a sun. Cute. It looks like a sun. His face looks like a sun. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, and a weird title, Forever How Long, but how long is one word. So, do we, Noah, meaning you, do you know anything about how this album came to be?
They were moving forward without Mr. Wood. They're wanting to keep being a band. They have good chemistry. Let's write some new songs. Why not? I guarantee that was the thought process.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't have anything else to say about this because I really don't know much about this band. This is a pretty significant. I know Cole and you are big fans of them. Cole not as much, but I know you guys have hyped their praise up for a while now. So let's see what they got. Let's get into Black Country New Road, and I will start jamming with us.
Start the jam, yeah. Flashbang.
This is my first time properly reacting to this band. What's up, Jonathan? They
Well, I
broke up.
recommend also hearing Ants from Up There.
What's up? I'm him. Please don't
That's
use
the
Spotify.
true sound.
Everybody.
I
It is awful.
wouldn't recommend starting with this one, but do as you please.
Ian, I'm not gonna lie to you. We're probably gonna keep using Spotify. It's just way too easy for this. I like the vibe the cover is giving. 8 out of 10. Very bright cover. Very
I'd give it a 6.5.
very bright color. I just see a sun. That's what I see.
I
enjoy
It's a
it.
Sun. Cole's not a fan. we figured out it now. This one is more folky. All right.
I like their first two codes. I don't
Nightmare
care
Fuel.
for this one.
This did drop yesterday. Yes, Friday, yesterday. It is brand spanking new. So, all right, enough waiting around. Let's get into it. Black Country New Road's brand new album, Forever How Long, 11 songs deep, starting with Besties. Oh, okay. Not what I was expecting at all. I gotta remember this is art rock. And it requires a mental shift.
Anywhere other than this, I want to see my best friend waving at me.
I don't know what that means.
Art rock just sounds different in my head, so I have to look at it differently.
Every genre sounds different. That's why they exist.
Do you wanna play forever? How long can
That's the
I
thing.
play? A song I made, yeah, it's a song.
What?
I'm gonna
Forever How Long?
read something that's good, but I listen to you. I'm not asking much, just enough. Fill my cup,
This
get me
Harry.
up. You make me laugh,
Bop.
babe. Yeah, I know what's expected of me. Besties night and day. Remember when I said he shouldn't treat you that way? And are you sure? I know I want something more.
Felt like how they're using the word besties in this song.
And what about you? In fact, don't answer that. Wouldn't want it any other way. 'Cause this feels bestie girl.
What
Take
does that mean?
now what you feel
Bestie.
is the hold in your life. And she's probably right. She's probably right.
Very old school right now.
What does that mean?
It just this feels like it was fit like the 60s and the 50s. Easily.
It sounds like it's from the 50s.
Maybe the 50s is a stretch, but it certainly sounds like it's from the 60s. Never mind. I'm a
That one.
walking TikTok.
Ooh, that one still hurts.
I'm not entirely sure why you think this
I
sounds
think it's
from,
just
from the
the John
60s.
C. Little. It's a very basic beat. Very basic instrumental. Art rock. Never know what I'm gonna get with you. All right, those besties, and I think that's the whole purpose of art rock is you really never know what you're gonna get with it.
Broad
Um,
genre.
It is a very broad genre. Noah, this is your album. This is your band. Lead us off.
Well, this one's been out for a while. This was the first single for the
Oh.
album, so I've heard this a fair amount of times,
Okay.
and I feel the same about it. It's solid. I'm okay with the harpsichord. It's alright. I wish the saxophone got a little more action. The lyrics are okay except for one line,
Oh my god, I forgot there was
which is a rough one. I'm a walking TikTok trend. Is a
That was
toughie.
it felt like more of a shock factor layer because you're just not expecting her to say that.
Well, that's something that they did a lot. Their old songwriter Isaac, he would do references like that, but the difference is with him, he would tie it together with other lyrics and make it like actually like make sense and like
Yeah.
have a reason for being there.
Okay.
This one not so much. That was rough. That was pretty cringe. That's what I thought when I heard it for the first time. That's what I thought when I hear it now. But besides that, it's a solid tune. I mean, I'd give it like a 6.5.
Cole.
Um,
But just state for the record, have you heard this already? This album?
I have heard this song a couple times. I've not heard the whole album. I've heard a little bit of the album,
Okay.
but not the entire thing.
So this is not your first listen. Got it.
Not for this song, no. Yeah, I feel like my main complaint about this song and what I am concerned about being right for the rest of the album is that they're basically just trying to recreate Isaac Wood. That's the guy, that's its name, who left
Yeah.
right now. Okay. I feel like they're just trying to like recreate him, which is not going to work super well for me. Yeah, I this just feels like not a lot of significance really happens here. I don't really care for the lyrics. The performances are all very solid. I think she's a pretty good singer. She's got a nice vocal tone. But yeah, I'm not big on these lyrics. They just feel like they're trying to be Isaac Wood and kind of not mysterious, but just kind of vague and indie rock esque. But it just they don't really pull anything off because I can't really pick out any line on here that I'm like, oh, that's really interesting or unique or thought provoking or something.
I can pick out a line that wasn't.
Yeah, there's a couple that I don't like. Instrumentally, I mean, it does for the most part sound like Black Country New Road, but again, it doesn't really hit any kind of peak or like, there's not really any great melody here or anything that I really would want to come back to. It's kind of a fear that I have for the rest of this album, but yeah, lyrically, I think this one is kind of just whatever.
Okay,
And,
we got 11 songs. Let's hurry this up.
6 out of 10.
Yeah, you guys pretty much covered everything I was gonna say. I will say that this is very jaunty, very not what I was expecting. Very basic and sort of generic sound, actually. Not at all the type of instrumental I was expecting, and the lyrics were kind of basic as well. Now that we'll see if that continues to be the trend throughout the rest of this album. Noah did mention the main lyricist and main songwriter is gone now, so who knows what we'll type. Noah knows, but I don't know what type of the rest of the album we're gonna get. But this is a very basic song. I didn't really understand a whole lot of what she was talking about, and the way she used besties was a very odd way. In the title and the lyrics. But there's nothing wrong with this. I think a 6 is a very fair rating. It is okay. It is very okay. All right, chat. Let's see what we got. 6+ from I'm Him. It's fun and simple, but not too simple. 8 from Wizard. 7.5 from Tim. 5 from Tim Leverton. 7 from Jonathan. 8.4 from DJ2000. Ian gives it a 6. 7.5 to 8 from Lava Jacob. 7.5. I don't know what to think of the song, but I'm a weird walking TikTok trend is kind of a weird lyric to throw in. Yeah, that's a really confusing lyric, especially when I have no idea why she said that, based upon the words around it as well. She does sing well. I'll give her that. She wasn't bad. I'm gonna have to agree with Cole. I'll say the singing itself is great. 7 from Hugo, 9 from Carnicorn, 6.5 from Jonathan. Yeah, that's a mistake many bands make after their main songwriter leaves. Talking about trying to be the songwriter they were before that. Got it. All right, up next, The Big Spin. No lyrics. Or they haven't come out yet. Probably lyrics.
They have not come out yet.
We chopped off your arms, chopped off your beautiful bubble hair. But we had to make room for the living, the living. But I think that the lemons might make a comeback this year. Maybe you'll get the beats to join us this time around the sun. You fetch the apples, I'll bake the pie. Maybe we'll all hard. Put on my boots, hop, skip, or step on the thread. The thread linking our bodies with each other. Tango like the roots of the ghost trunk. A new one could grow. But I think that the lemons might make a comeback this year. Maybe you'll get the beats to join us this time around the sun. You fetch the apples, I'll bake the pie. Maybe we'll all go out. Put on my boots, obscure boy, step on the thread. The purple thread linking my head to the root. We won't worry, it will grow.
Okay, I have some thoughts. That was The Big Spin.
You better not hate on the vocals.
Uh,
That's what you're gonna do.
no, actually, it wasn't that at all. My first thought was this is all over the place. The instrumental progression in this was progressing at an insanely rapid pace. It changed every couple lines. I mean, her vocals changed every couple lines. The rhythm changed every couple lines. This was super hard to keep up with. It was every, verse was, or I guess not even a verse, but between the chorus and the verse, there was a change. Like 4 lines in, 5 lines in, the entire instrumental would change. It would slow up. It would speed up. Some things would come off entirely and just be an acoustic string, matching her vocals. High pitch on that last end was okay. Didn't love it. She sounds fine. She sounds good. No issue with her vocals at all. Lyrics don't mean anything to me at all. Very meaningless lyrics here. Hasn't drawn me in yet. Very hard to follow song. Very short for an art rock song. 2.5 minutes. Very weird to rate. 5.5 to a 6. Noah.
This whimsy draws me in a little more. I'm definitely gonna give different ratings based on who's writing the song and who's singing, because I think some of them are just better songwriters. This time we got their piano player writing the song and singing, and I think she did a better job than the last song, which wasn't by her. I think this one's good. I like how much it moves around in such a short amount of time. It keeps it very interesting. And I like the vocals. I think there's some cute little lines in there, very wholesome. Yes, it's a solid song. 7 to a 7.5.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't really think this is particularly great songwriting. Um, honestly had like a few mixing issues. Like there was a couple moments where her voice was just like
it
too
sounded like it was
quiet. I
too
couldn't really
high.
hear
Yeah.
her. Yeah, there's just nothing has pulled me in yet. I don't really have a reason to like come back to this. I didn't think the chorus was all that catchy, and the structure was just kind of a mess to me. I'll give it another 6.
Going to agree with Cole so far. Has not had anything yet that is interesting whatsoever. For me at least. All right. Not really a fan of this one, but y'all have fun. Okay, have a good one, AT Field. 6 from Gustav. 7 from I'm Him. Mess, but for some reason I like it. 8.5 to a 9 from Carnicorn. Yeah, this was wacky. 8 because I wanted more from Tim. I don't know what the song was about. I don't know. The lyrics didn't really match any description. Um, 8 from Palmer. I like how it's changing, but I don't know what the lyrics mean. I haven't checked out art rock. I just find it a lot harder to enjoy art rock than most genres. Not my cup of tea. 4 from Rickster, 7.5 to an 8 from Lava Jacob, 8.2 from DJ 2000, 6.5 from Jonathan, 6.5 from Ian, and a 6.5 from Hugo. Melodies really inconsistent. Can't really make sense of lyrics, but they felt they were decent. Agree with Cole on the mixing issues. All right, up next, Socks.
Song number 3, singer number 3.
It's the third singer.
Yep.
I would have figured it was the same 3 if you hadn't told me that.
Okay,
The same
dude.
person each 3.
I would
First two
not
sounded the same.
Yeah.
agree. They got different like pronunciation.
Little tiny box, and all the world would laugh and loose their socks. How many things can one read till they feel they're not afraid of it all? How many cases of words am I being absurd, doing fine? I'm having a whale of a time. But if the world could consume all the things that you knew, we'd be living the life a contender for wife. We'd be having a laugh. Wish I could make them laugh. And joke, there comes the truth. I am not blinded by my youth. The 5 years had their time, but you sit in a lane much like
Where are they from?
mine.
I do not know, Noah. Where are they from?
The UK.
For when all is said and done, what's left is far beyond the problems that are listed. It may be easy, just believe me that our life holds a light no life has held before.
Oh.
happiness we share. It's far greater than
What?
rare, oh yeah. In dark there comes the light, and we must try with all our might to keep this thing alive. We've got that house by the bay. There's no place that I'd rather stay. I'll stay there right till the day when you shall pass. I too shall pass.
Oh, that was
All
bad.
things
I did not
must
enjoy that.
pass like days, they pass from one to another and another. I will love no other, no. I know now that, yeah, that life is good, and I'll feel understood. Do you? If you don't, let me know. And now here comes the chorus. For when all is said and done, what's left is far beyond the problems that are listed. It may be easy, just baby, believe me that if time was on my side, I would ask him to return to a moment which holds full rising, a break in the sun, which moment to pick, which time to select. There are so many chances, steeped in regret. No matter which one you choose, baby, you're always gonna lose. Well, that's what the demons say. I never liked those guys anyway.
Okay. That was a very musical song named Socks. Let's have Cole start on this one. Cole, talk to us about socks.
Well, you wear them on your feet. Very
You do.
comfy.
Comfy.
The song structure is just not here yet.
No,
Um,
big problem with
This
that.
thing's just all over the place. They really just gotta like pick something and rock and run with it. They're just not doing that. The songs just keep going like up and down, and some weird
Mhm.
bridge. And then the part before the outro, like right after she did her very high pitched vocals, then they went into a part that was good. That was very good.
Yes.
And then they went back into the kind
Yeah.
of half baked melody at the end. And I was like, oh, okay.
Half
Well,
high,
that's
half
unfortunate.
low.
It's just all over the place. And it doesn't really have any, it's going to sound pretentious, but sonic consistency to it.
I don't know. Okay. I can figure out what that means, but I've never heard that term before.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't think it's all that good. 6.5.
Okay. Noah, you seem to be enjoying it for the most part.
Yeah, I'm much more into this than you guys.
Okay.
I like the dynamics. I like the very up and down. I like it keeping me on my toes and keeping it very interesting. I enjoy that. I like the vocals. I think they sound good. I don't care as much about lyrics, so it doesn't bother me too much that they're not the same quality that they once were with this band. And I think the melodies, for the most part, were some of the better ones on the album so far. It's a good song. It's like a 7.5 to an 8.
So, the problem I have with what Noah just said is that, well, twofold. One, You said you enjoyed how much it bounces around from high to low to high pitch, from instrumental stopping to all the instruments coming in at once type of deal, and being very sort of schizophrenic in that regard, right? Where it's like up and down and high pitch, low pitch, and sometimes she's holding, and sometimes she's going quick, and sometimes the tempo's fast, and sometimes it's very slow down, and sometimes there's no instrumental. It's just pure her vocal for a second. So far, this album, that's happened each song. I don't know if it happened on Besties. Maybe it happened a little bit, but I thought this was Cole is 100% right, but this is the least structure we've had so far. It felt kind of like it was meant to be all over the place on purpose. And I don't see the direction they're going in yet. And maybe it'll be more clear by the finish of the album, but sort of the direction just feels like we wrote a song about socks, I guess. But here's the thing, it's titled Socks, but the lyrics had nothing to do with socks, or even a metaphor of socks, or even somehow anything to do with socks. I have no idea what she's talking about. That's the
people do that.
3 songs in a row where I have no clue what she's talking about, or whatever the singer's been talking about. I just haven't. The problem I have with her you said this is the 3rd singer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Problem I have with this one, her vocal delivery was like rolling on like that, and then she would be really slow, and then she would roll like this, and like it wasn't consistent. There was no consistency at all.
Yeah.
Hard to get into a song like that. Hard for me to care about it. I did like a lot though the same part Cole liked right after the bridge before the outro, where the instrumental was all preluding at once. That was a very good part, and she sounded good. I just wish there was more of that so far, and there hasn't been. So I'm gonna give this a 5.5. All right, chat. Let's see what we have. My socks are on too, but not on my feet. Ayo. Let's keep that to ourselves. She sounds like Jane Siberry. I don't know who that is. This is weird when I come back. 7 from Ian. They do sound like 21 Pilots when it comes to genre mixing. That's a little harsh.
What?
I don't even. That's a little harsh, and I don't really know what you're going for there.
Did 21 Pilots ever mix genres?
I don't really know.
Besides pop and rock.
It sounds good, but God only knows what you cook it with the lyrics. 7 from I'm Him, 6.5 from Gustav, Lava Jacob with a 7, 7.5 from Tim 1999. I don't know the level of songwriting they had before, but I think in my general, it's the biggest gripe in general so far is the songwriting lyrically. That's fair. I would agree with that.
The songwriting they had before was generational. That's not even like a crazy take.
I think Cole would actually probably agree with it in some form.
He'd say it's really good.
It is very good.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, though, is they should go listen to our albums before this.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't start with this one.
I would start with Dance from Up There.
All right, song changes a little too much. I don't like how I don't like how much it pauses, but he gave it an 8 out of 10 from Palmer. A 4, it sounds unfinished, like it was never supposed to be released. 5.5 from Jonathan. 8.2 from DJ. Still like it. 8.5 to 9 from Carnicorn. 7.5 from Hugo. 8 from Why Goes TV. Tons of text that I can read later on, but essentially we are all over the place on this song. I saw 8s, I saw 5s. Nobody seems to have we don't seem to have a set opinion yet, and so far that would be the same of us 3. None of us seem to agree yet on any song, so we'll see how this goes. Up next, Salem Sisters. I don't understand lyrics as a whole, but I'm good at comprehending. I mean, I'm generally good at comprehending, even understanding metaphors at the very least, but so far I'm lost.
Silent.
Is another new singer or
Same singer that was
There's
on the
only-
last song.
There's only 3 girls in the band.
I don't know.
As the conversations flow.
Ooh, I like this rhythm.
And the path that I traced for to reach my final.
Why do we keep doing that? You give me a rhythm
Because
and
it's
you take it away for a
interesting.
second. It's not, because I get into it and I'm like,
Yeah, let's do
oh.
it for 2 minutes straight and make it boring as shit.
No, but you could do it for like 10 seconds.
I believe in the trees, the fire beneath bites at me.
That's true, it's not bully. YMFK, we are not coming in this intentionally to hate on this at all. No one is a huge fan of this band.
There's a young man holding tongs as the party sings along to the song that I wrote of the Pharaoh on a boat.
I'm actually getting
So
kind of
cool.
annoyed by that structure.
You're doing better than the first three. I wish they would give a little bit of oomph to some of this. It sounds all too cutesy.
They hum like fake transistors and conspire to light the cinders. Burn a tree for all
Okay.
to witness.
Sounds good. I wish they were louder.
For our Salem sister, up a tree is the fire beneath, creeps up to me. Oh, as the leaves.
You know, I'm reading these lyrics. These are dark as shit for this melody.
Plain to see. Oh yeah, that's what summer's for.
Is one of the girls named Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one who was
Oh.
singing.
Okay.
Our singing lead.
All right. That was Salem
Odd name for a
Sisters.
girl.
I'd like to go next actually, because I feel I have a good answer for this one. So this has been my favorite so far. I liked the melodies for the most part. I still am not liking this inconsistency thing they're doing intentionally. I don't like it.
Oh
I'm
my
not going
God.
to like it. But I
God
liked
forbid a
that
song is
melody.
dynamics.
I liked that melody a lot though. I was reading the lyrics on I have it the stream can see I have Genius open to read the lyrics. I think this was kind of cool. They were talking about the Salem witch trials and how they burned all the people at the Salem witch trials, and she was describing being one of those people that would watch the fire go up the crosses that they nail them to and stuff, and feeling that I think she was attempting to describe what it would feel like to be one of those witches that they burned. Very unique lyrics for a very, very dark lyrics for a very bright and upbeat melody. Very contrasting things here. And this is cool. It's one of the situations where it's very cool to hear, especially if you are not listening to the lyrics. This can catch you off guard. If you're not reading them, it can catch you very off guard. And you think this is a very happy song. It's a jaunty little happy song. It's not. It's a very dark song. This is cool. I enjoyed this. 7.5 to an 8. Noah.
Banger. Well, heater. Big fan of the tempo. Big fan of the little moments in between where they stop and start. I think that makes the song much more interesting. The song has a really good melody. Big fan of the backing vocals as well. They sounded very good, very clean. This is definitely my favorite song so far. I'd go 8.5. I'm really into that.
Cole?
It's probably the best written song. I didn't love the production. It got a little theater-y, and I can't stand
They've done
musical
that
theater.
twice now on this album.
Yeah, it didn't have any, didn't really have any oomph to it. It wasn't a particularly bold song.
They
to
do
me.
need to get bigger. Make those drums bigger. Smack the shit out of them, bro.
Yeah,
Want me to spoil the album for you?
Uh-uh. I'm
Okay.
good.
so I think I'll give it like a 6.
Oof. Harsh. Harsher than I thought you were going to be. I thought you'd at least give it a 7, honestly. All right. Let's see what chat gives it. Bessie's at 8.5 for me. How y'all not like that one? Listen, boy. Go listen to yourself 100 times, and if you enjoyed it so much. Best of the album so far, I would agree with that. Although I think Cole would say it is not the best, as he had Socks a higher rating. 7 from Ian. Sounds like they're fans of jazz rhythms. Tyler
Cool.
the Forever.
Hmm.
Do you fuck with Black Midi?
I do fuck with Black Midi.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay. Solid
was
9
asking
from
that.
Carnicorn, 8+ from I'm Him, 6.5 from Jonathan, 8.5 from Tim, 8.7 from DJ 2000. So many unnecessary things in this song. 5.5 from Gustav, 7 from Rickster, his favorite too. That one was very fun, and 11 from Wizard. Wow, big fan. 8 from Palmer. I like inconsistency, but not as much often as I'm singing a song. I agree. You can be inconsistent. You're doing it on such short variables, such short interludes. There's hardly any chance to actually get into a melody. Feeling better about this one. 7.5 to an 8 from Hugo. Cole must not fuck with Black Midi. It is a little bit too theatrical.
Is Black Midi theatrical or something?
Hellfire
like-
got like that a tiny bit.
They're the fucking
Dance
jazz
from Up There is
fusion.
very theatric.
Experimental
Mhm.
rock. I don't know how Black Midi is theatrical.
Black Midi is goaded. 7.5 from Hey Roar. Hey Roar. All right. A little bit of a bump. Let's see if they can continue it. 2 horses. Oh, grab out the lyrics, my fault. I'll give them. They all 3 seem to have very nice vocal tones. I'm about to blast me in Cole's ears, but sort of like a female Fleet Foxes.
I travel alone, searching in the mist for
They
what I
have a
know
bulky
is
voice,
for
but
me.
I guess their
okay.
voices have a very warm quality to it.
Yeah. Sounds like the mountains. Gordy Greep is theatric.
Yeah, he is a little bit.
He's eccentric.
Boy.
Awaits me out there. I know she will. She was there before the rain, before these dunes, before they made the pyramids. Oh, waited so long. Have I finally found the road to lead on home? The moon was low and the road dusty. When I was captured by some thieves, my pockets empty, I said, you'll have to kill me to cut this jewel out of me. They let me go.
That was good. That was very good.
Stopped at the next bar for a neat drink.
Deep.
Across from where I sat, a man gazed at me. He looked just like James Dean on the silver screen. Our eyes did meet, and he winked.
How many indie bands have referenced James Dean?
Right.
Not a common.
The Griefster. Black Mid, or yeah, the Griefster, now Black Country New Road.
Couldn't have expanded on that just a tiny bit.
Wouldn't get into that quite yet.
Home, I can see my destination on the line. And if the stars are aligned, not gonna be next time. I've chicken as he's sleeping, can never trust him
horses.
Song took a dramatic change from where it started.
River, river, take me down to the waterfall. Won't come back at all.
I'll go first on this one.
Just let me fall.
That is a really high note.
I've been there, the whole song. Okay. Those two horses. Noah, you called first with this Red Dead Redemption ass song.
It's an awesome one. This is easily the best song so far structurally. There are
Definitely
three
this-
parts of the song that you can like easily identify. There's the first section, the second section where it amps up a bit, and then the outro. And they lyrically they keep it's a they're telling a story, so it's pretty easy to keep up with. The vocals are very good. Instrumentation's I think it's very pretty. This is definitely one of the stronger songs on the album so far, in just about every way. This one, I would go 8 to an 8.5.
8 to an 8.5. Cole.
Yeah, I think this is pretty handily the best song so far by a pretty wide margin. They finally like got an idea and stuck with it and developed it. And actually had some solid lyricism. Yeah, I'll probably throw that one a 7.5.
Yeah. Love the structure. Well, love a strong word. Really like the structure. Like that they actually had an idea, like Cole said, and they even had what appeared to be a story to tell. Even if it's completely made up. Still cool. They went with something and they stuck with it. It was segmented properly. You could see a clear beginning, middle, and end. I would say the outro was a bit disappointing. I was hoping there would be a harder climax to it. That it would do something a bit more interesting, and it didn't. The outro just didn't do what I was hoping it would do. That being said, I don't really have anything particularly to be upset about. The lyrics were actually meaningful and made sense and worked with the song. This is getting an 8 from me. Okay, chat. These lyrics don't flow well. I think they did towards the end once you figure out where the song was going. There is a massive. I think that song could have been a lot better. Though I do think it could have been like it had a whole bunch of 10 out of 10 vibes right there. Damn, it was cool. Dare I say, best song so far, 9 from Palmer. Some really beautiful melodies, but the climax is not my thing. 7 from Gustav, 8 from I'm Him, 9 to a 9.5 from Carnicorn, 9.5 from Boy Boy Boy, 8.8 very impressive from Tem 1999. 7 plus from Rickster, 20,000 from Green Wizard, 7.5 from Jonathan, 8 from Lava Jacob. If it were called Three Horses, you would have rated it a 9 to a 9.5. What?
Sorry.
I don't understand.
Right, Hugo? I just love the Smiths. They're so good, right?
Big fan of this one. Feeling an 8 to an 8.5 from Hugo. It's 8.5. Don't know how to feel about this, but I like the outro from DJ 2000. Can't believe no gave this an 8.5 when the Charming Man got a 10.
Yeah, when I gave this charming man a 10.
The Charming Man. It's the
The
next Swans
Charming Man.
album.
The Glowing Man.
This glowing man.
Was the glowing man Morrissey all along?
Oh, three horses talking. Ah, I see what you're saying there. Up next, Mary.
Mary by Alex G. Oh shit. Nobody here listens to Alex G. Only I got that joke.
I have
Yep.
no idea what you're talking about.
I'm aware who he is, but I don't really listen to him.
Ring at 6, the day begins. She stumbles down the stairway. Porridge on, I won't be long to Dad sat in his chair. Shoves it down, let's take the town and make this week a wonder. Better than the one before, but she knows it won't be so.
I like the layered vocals here.
A train approaches. Will they notice? Should she miss this one and start the week alone? On the way to class, and so it starts. She'll play the jester, pushed around, ignored, let down. The laughs are at not with. So she bites back, but she falls flat. They say they're only teasing. Made the fool, that's life at school. What a way to treat your friend. She screams in the shower, lost all of her power. Keep face, she'll leave no trace, not even in her
Ooh. Okay, that was Mary. Fellas, I'll take first on this one. This is the first song on this album I've enjoyed start to finish. I thought this was a very pretty vocal performance from these two. Their vocals matched really well. I thought the story that they were telling of this girl who's getting bullied at school was maybe it was personal, maybe it wasn't. But it didn't matter. It fit really well with this solemn instrumental and this solemn vocal performance. But it was an impassioned one as well, and the melodies fit really well with what they were saying. I liked their decisions to sort of make the chorus just a humming or an ahhing or an oohing type of thing, where there wasn't a real chorus. It was just them vocalizing with each other. That was really cool. Enjoyed this quite a lot. I'm gonna go 8.5. Cole.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty decently well written. It's pretty much straightforward little ballad, sorta.
Kind of.
But it was nice. It had good melodies, pretty well written. Nice vocals, solid lyrics. I'll throw it a 7.
Noah.
Yeah, this one's solid. They didn't do too much instrumentally. I like the ones where they get a little bit more ambitious, but still a very pretty song. Big fan of that flute at the end. It sounded really, really good. It's added to the whimsical element of the album. Fit it very well.
Yes.
I'd give it a 7 to a 7.5.
Yeah, I was enjoying that one way more than you guys were. I thought they were vocalizing great with each other. Especially
I like the more
lyrics.
ambitious ones.
Fair enough. All right, chat. Let's see what you got. Just came here from your Parachutes review. Not very bass, and may I say, quite cringe. Radiohead over Coldplay every day, but you guys lynched that album. Well, it probably deserved it, Victor. They should have bullied. They should have bullied Isaac's Vox on this album. Bullied Isaac's Vox vocals, I guess. I don't know. This honestly, shower screaming. The shower screaming line is wild. 7.5 to an 8 for Boy Boy Boy. I really like the second one, but this one on Salem Sisters is better. 8.5 from Carnicorn. A little boring after the previous 2 tracks. I slept into the vocals on the outro. 6+ from I'm Him. 7 from Rickster. 8 from Lava Jacob. 8 from Tim. DJ 2000 gives us 7.5. 8 from Palmer. 9 from Victor. This was good, but not as good as the last one. 8 from Wizard. Interlude feeling, but great. Yeah, not much more to add. 7.5 to an 8. Rickster dropped in a nerd emoji. Yeah, I did not expect Rickster to be using emoji. That was pretty crazy. 7.5 from Jonathan as well. Also great lyrics on this one and the last song. Yeah, great lyrics on this song. Really enjoyed it. Very, very solemn, but well worded. I would be curious to see if this was a personal story from one of the vocalists, maybe all of them, or if this was just them imagining it. Up
No,
next.
they don't write songs as a group. I watched an interview. Yeah, they don't write songs as a group.
Just one person?
I thought that was interesting. Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if the person who wrote it, if it was personal to them. I don't know. Maybe. Up next, happy birthday. My
Thank
birthday's
you.
in
Second
my
single.
birthday's in 5 days.
Cheer up, child, the
I'll try.
world don't owe you a thing. Who bought you that ring? Cheer up, child, the ghouls and snipers don't care.
Oh, I like
There's
that piano.
nobody there. One of these days you might notice the patch on my head. I'm already dead.
She has got a great melody right now.
And see the man that she married for money can't breathe. He's almost dead.
Okay. Thank you, Ian.
Do you make it down the street? City burns like a fire beneath your feet. Cheer up, child, your world's not tearing apart, though you broke its heart. Many
love this melody.
people would give an arm and a leg.
And it comes back, okay?
It's not your fault, we don't blame you. We blame the world you were born into. A happy day of birth, no matter where on earth your feet have taken you today. Did you hear me say that I love something about you, but I
awesome. So cool.
Do you see beneath the canopy from your top floor?
Come on, have a fire outro. Climax. Let's do it. Big money moves. I'm feeling something building.
Did they use this melody on Answer Up There?
No.
Sounds familiar.
There we go.
Well, that's because I made you hear this song. This is a single.
You make it down the street for removed from everyone you knew.
What a weird melody to end the song on. This felt like it was about to be a whole new verse. Okay. This song just confused the hell out of me.
This is awesome. What do you mean?
This is the definition of what the fuck is this structure. All right,
It's
happy
definition of
birthday, Noah.
Awesome.
Go ahead. Explain why this is so amazing.
Every part was cool. Every part was very interesting. And I felt like
Well,
the way that they
sorry.
transitioned was pretty seamless. I think they did a very good job on this one. And I see why they released it as a single. It was one of their better structured songs on the album. And it had some pretty good, like, big parts to it that make it stick out. Like when Tyler holds the long note and then the backing vocals come in doing that really good melody. There's some really cool parts on the song. It's a good song, man. I'd give that an 8.
Let me respond because I'm a little annoyed on this song. This is the 4th time this has happened, this album.
Overstimulated.
I hear a lot of great things happening in this song. A lot. And I enjoyed the lyrics for the most part. But I hear a lot of things that piss me off because I feel this song could be so much freaking better if it just finished. If it had some type of like, boom, some type of finish where you're like, yes, the payoff was worth it. That was awesome. Huge, that was so fantastic, and it's not happening. It hasn't come yet on any of these songs where there could be ample opportunities they're creating for themselves to have a huge payoff, and they're just not doing it. That being said, you don't have to have one to make it a good song. I just think they have these awesome opportunities they're creating with these instrumentals, and they're wasting them. Talk about this song in particular. I thought her vocals were fair. Nothing super special. Great here. I thought her melodies were really good, especially at the majority. As like the first half of the song had some really good melodies, especially when she was duh, ding, along with the instrumental like that was really cool. I liked how she did that a lot. Lyrics were okay. Hard to follow for some at some points, got a little bit odd at some other points as well. The second half of this song is kind of disappointing to me, I'll be honest. I really thought this was going to be that big song with a payoff, and I felt they had ample chance to, and it just didn't. It's not a bad song, it's a good song. I just don't think they're utilizing their talents properly like they could have. 7. Cole.
I like it more than the first time I heard it. For sure. I thought the build was very nice, and the melody on the build was really good too. I think the second half of the song was very, very good. First half was all right, but the second half is quite good. I'll probably give it a 7.5.
I completely disagree. I think the second half was sort of a disappointment for me because the first half felt like it was building to what the second half would just explode with, and it didn't. And I was disappointed. Maybe they're
Bummer.
just not that type of band though. That's fine. All right, YMFK 5 out of 10. Not enough vibrato. That holding on the note just gave me an orgasm. Boy with a 9.5. Best structure yet, 7 out of 10 from Gustav. Not my type of groove from Jonathan. First 8, happy B-Day. Thank you, Rickster. Except it's not my birthday yet. That's in 5 days.
Happy day of birth.
Yes, happy day of birth. 7 from I'm Him. 9 from Carnicorn. 8 from Tim. Not saying the song is bad. It's just not for me. 7 from Lava Jacob, 9 from DJ 2000 loves this one, 6 with 6.5 from Jonathan. Gotta go to sleep. Have a good night. I'm Him. I agree with Ryan. Well, somebody agrees with me. I appreciate it. YMFK. Slow down with the vocals could have been done better, but overall very well produced. 7.5 from Wizard. They do make us work hard to listen to it. That's true. You really do have to listen to this and put in the time. Definitely my favorite of the 2 singles. Vocal melodies are probably my favorite as well. Oh yeah, of the 2 singles, this one's definitely better. Lyrics are decent, instrumentals very much up to par. 8 to 8.5 from Hugo.
Not to be the fucking definition of the nerd emoji, but there's actually 3 singles. And that one is coming up right after this one. But it came out like a week before the album came out.
Oh.
I don't know why they did that.
8.5 from Palmer. Ryan is overhating, but kind of right. I think that's the first time someone ever said that about me. He's overhating, but he's also kind of right. I'd be a big fan of Chaos Space Marine. Ooh, that just sounds like a wild band.
And it's from Up There song. Very good song. Incredible song.
I wonder if I have that one liked. I'll go check real quick. All right, up next for the Cold Country. Let me see if I have that one liked.
May I have dibs? This is
I do not have Chaos Space Marine liked.
It's a bit of a heater.
Did they change the title of this song?
What?
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Into the fight, the metal-clad night he rose, then grows into a hole where he toiled and recoiled over how that he had failed, that accolade that he'd betrayed. Now he decayed in the dark cave, oh so afraid. Where's the brigade? Everything fades, but will remain. Oh, where's the way? Where is the way? Hey, anyone there? I'll take off my armor if you promise to stay. Wipe your weeping eye.
That would be a sick band name. Chaos Space Marine.
Intense like the
Sounds like something Joe Rogan would make.
of the life I thought I'd lived, in the place I thought I'd been. I defend and accuse, and it's me that brings down the heavy hour.
A lot of lyrics on this
clock
one.
on my stiffened heart grows tighter. I searched from the moon and down towards the fish and the tide and the moon had their own alliance. I stood with my ghost. We tried to hold the kite, my wooden hand, my wooden heart. Now all the fights are fought and moments gone, but still they must be here, they must. But are you there? Can you see me? Are you
That's Sammy. Drummer going ham. Okay,
Oh yeah.
that was For the Cold Country. No, I believe you called first on this one.
Boy, oh boy. We got a little heater. This song, lyrically, impressive. Especially doing a story that long.
Yeah.
There's a lot more words than you would imagine for a song of its length. The instrumental over it's really cool. It like how it kind of, at some points, almost grows over time. And then it all goes away. And then it comes back stronger than ever. I was waiting the whole time when I was listening to this album for a really, really energetic, heavy moment like this. The first time I heard it, and when I got it, it was so. This made me happy. Made me think of listening to that classic Black Country New Road. That real good shit. It's a banger in itself, though. I think that's a 9.
9. Cole.
Yeah, like Noah said, it was very reminiscent of something from like Ants from Up There, or even their debut album. And I think they pulled it off really, really well. That's probably the best build on the album so far, with a really good melody. Thoroughly enjoyed that song quite a bit. 8 to an 8.5.
8 to an 8.5. Well, I liked it definitely because I've been clamoring for a build with a bit of a finish for a while now. This sort of gave it, kind of. It sort of half gave it. It finished and it had a bit of a climax, but it wasn't really like a all out lose your mind type of climax like I've heard in art rock and post rock quite a lot. It was just sort of a calmer climax, but a controlled chaos, I guess you could call it. Where they were still singing normally and everything was, and the instrumental was still very, very much appreciative, and you can still understand it. Cool. I think honestly, I think Noah's right. The best part about this song is the lyrics, in my opinion. I think the lyrics are fantastic. The story is a really cool story that you go with her on, and her vocals. I don't know which one singer this was. Who's this one?
That is May. That's their
May.
piano player.
Okay. Not my favorite vocalist of the group. I think Tyler's been my favorite so far. Might have been better to have had another one, maybe Tyler on here. Not to say she's bad, but I feel like this song needed a bit more of a powerful voice for this type of instrumental, and she didn't really have that type of powerful voice, I thought. Still, very good song. Gave me what I've been clamoring for a while. I'll give this an 8. Just, I still feel they could make these builds. That one, the problem I had with that one was the climax wasn't massive, and the build wasn't big either. But I do agree with your opinion, what you said, Noah. The fact that they took it all away and then came back harder was cool. That was cool. I enjoyed that. All right, let's see what chat thought. Play Little Richard. Not right now, sir. Is Ethereal Green Wizard a good name for a guitar-driven project that's deeply rooted in fantasy and pot? It's pretty on the nose there, Wizard, but I guess that's dead on accurate. A 10 from Boy Boy Boy. Impressive lyrics in the middle part of the song is so cool. Is that the climax? Best climax on the album so far? Agreed. 8.5 to 9 from YMFK. I disconnected for at least a minute or two, but 8.5 for Palmer, 9.5 for Carnicorn. Best song. Favorite song so far, Lava Jake gives a 9, 9.5. Holy Peak from DJ 2000. 100 million from Ethereal Green Wizard. That's a high ranking. 7+ from Rickster, 8.5 from Tim. 9 to a 9.5 from Hugo, who says the most B.C.R. song on this album so far. And a 7 from Jonathan. Okay, up next, long title. Nancy tries to take the night. I think he does. You might like them a little bit. With a rating of 100 million, it's hard not to like it.
I have not, Hugo. I don't know if either of them have.
What's that? Have any of her No, I don't even know who that is, Hugo.
There's a time and a place, and the place it is now. Take the smile off your face while you're dressed like a cow and you're frolicking round. Your legs are in the air, there's a smile on your face, but it's covered in hair. Do you want it? Do you want it? You run through the streets like the whore that you are.
Wow.
You hope pretty soon you'll be struck by the car.
Wow.
Oh my!
It tries to keep you in
Rude.
There's pain in your stomach and there's pain in your throat.
Hey, yo.
Want it?
Pause.
Do you want it?
I like this melody, but I really hope this goes somewhere. y'all gonna do World War III if / when it drops?
Mother, would you
I don't know about that.
take me and on and on, for I have
we'll think
nothing
about
no
it.
more, baby. Now she's gone. And
What is that?
Kanye album
Oh, Lord.
with different songs and supposedly Finnish mixing and no AI.
This is a for the first time melody right here. This sounds the same off their first album.
I like the energy that's bringing right now.
I tried to take the word and what you said. I tried to take the word, but the word was dead. I did not want it. And in the light of day, it all seemed well. Though was it just a dream? She could not tell. But how she wanted. It's the time, the place, and the place does not take the smile off your face while you're just like a cow with your frolicking round legs in the air. Smile on your face, but it's covered in hair. Do you want it? Oh no, and do you want it now? Oh, just imagine a life. There's a baby and a wife with the times of the night when compared to the night, but the money's not there, so you sit in despair. Curse at the sky with the cry, it's not fair. Do you want it? No, no, please tell me, do you want it? Now you kiss the rocks of the autumn eve, left to a fate no one believed. Taken to the table where she wrote, she held herself a vote. A vote between the good and bad, with all she'd seen and all she'd had. And now she tried to take the night, but now she's gone, removed from sight. And now your mother, would you take me? And on, for I have nothing no more, baby. Now she's gone. And on, if I could take
Okay, there was another meaning for that word that I now aware
back now.
of. I've never heard that someone use the word anon like she is.
Back now, if he could take it back now, would he take it back now? Nancy took the night time. She's gone. Unknown.
I've never heard someone say the word anon and not meaning anonymous. So that was the first time I've seen that. All right. That was Nancy Tries to Take the Night. Cool, I'm gonna throw you up in the driver's seat when you're finished drinking your chocolate milk Kool-Aid water, whatever the hell it is.
The hell?
I don't
With
know.
water.
Oh, we're all drinking water tonight. Look at us healthy boys.
Hydrate.
Hydrate. Keep hydrated, fellas. Cool.
A solid one. I think there's definitely a few better tracks on here, but still a solid one nonetheless. Good progression to it. Solid lyrics, good vocals. Even though she called somebody a whore, which is
Well, the whole
Shame on her.
song about it is a whole
shocking and rude.
How dare she.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty solid. I'll throw it a 7.
So, something that surprised me about this song was this was a very descriptive song. Again, a song's lyrics with hidden meaning, but if you understand them, appear to be very dark, solemn lyrics about a whore, or at least someone she's calling a whore, and a person, a female of the night, Especially the way she's wording it seems to be a very old, female or from like the 1920s or something era. Um, Very unique lyrics, and I like the different. This is one of the rare songs where I actually like the different inconsistent melody changes throughout it because I felt it fit the instrumental a bit better, and she stuck with them a little longer, or the singer stuck with it a little longer than the previous singers have, where the melody would go for a bit longer, 20, 30 seconds, and then they would change it to a slower, then they bring it back again real quick, and that works when you can I guess you start a melody and then keep it going for a little bit. That works. Um, Very unique song. I was really invested in the lyrics on this one, so the whole instrumental was kind of background. I'll have to re-listen to it eventually, but the instrumental kept me interested, but the lyrics were what I was invested in. I was just reading along. 7.5. Very interesting lyrics. Noah.
Instrumentals in the foreground for me.
It's
We got
always in the foreground.
some classic B.C.N.R shit going on here, especially when we got into like the faster paced section. Very good. Oh, the drumming was really good too. For the most part, kept the same groove, but would slightly change up the part. I think that was really interesting. Kept it fresh. Yeah, the lyrics they're there, and they are rather rude.
Yeah,
I think
she's
she
pretty
should.
hardcore on this one.
Yeah, I think she should be a little nicer.
I don't
Come
even
on,
know who
guys.
she's talking about, but
It's supposed to be a wholesome album here, guys. What are
I
we
don't
doing?
think I would consider this album wholesome. Lyrically, it's not.
I get the vibe of wholesomeness for the most part. But yeah, this is definitely one of the better album or songs on the album. I'd give that an 8.
8. All right. These lyrics are too literal. I don't know. Yeah, I mean they're very on the nose. I almost said.
Well,
Jesus.
at the start they're too vague, and now they're too literal. What are we doing? We're being too nitpicky.
It's not that they're too vague. I guess it's just that
You said that at the start of it, but then
they
now
weren't
too literal.
they weren't adding anything. Like they weren't being straightforward, or it was too fly by night. It was just all over the place. It was like things that she was like lines that weren't connecting. Now it's very on the nose, very on point. And I had no problem with it.
Yeah,
I was just repeating.
storytelling,
All
yeah.
I was repeating was what Jonathan said. That's all.
I
Or
just-
yeah, Jonathan.
I just think that we can't have it both ways, you know. At the start it was vague, now it's this, and you can't complain about both. you know?
All right, we gotta continue. Let me see what chat said real fast. 9 for Nancy from Rickster, 7.5 on Lava Jacob, 9.5 second favorite on the album from Carnicorn, 9 from Tim, 8 from Boy Boy Boy, 9.5 from DJ 2000, 8 from Jonathan. That was so good. 200 billion from Green Wizard, who keeps rising massive amounts every rating. Felt like I was listening. You felt like you were listening to classic rock? Buddy, we have very different definitions of what classic rock is. I'm sorry. That didn't sound anything like classic rock to me. Lyrics have gotten progressively better over time. Great song, feeling an 8.5 from Hugo. The flow is still bad, but the way the lyrics are sung are too literal. I don't know how to explain it. Bestie is pretty wholesome. Yeah, I guess Bestie was pretty wholesome. I was doing things not able to pay attention for what I heard. 7.5 from Palmer. Yeah, I think the lyrics have gotten a lot better. I think that's one specific thing I'll mention. All right, up next. Oh, title track.
Ungotten the day my head pops out. It's another cold gray morning. Overstew the water, it mostly turns to air. Out for a walk, I imagine 3 times slipping on the wet leaves, and the blood rushing out from the cracks in my head, then merge with the red and amber
What?
mulch.
Just such a crack in her head
The
with blood rushing out of it.
hesitating
Oh.
silence.
Is this one song? This is one song. Separated into
Yeah.
2 on Genius.
Between the
When are we doing Revenge Seekers? If it's on the album, we'll do it.
No, it's not a song on the album. I think they're from like an artist. I haven't heard of them before.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Up the shit. I make eye
She really just said, pick up the
with
shit.
the dog. We both look away.
This is so
I
weird.
am back home now. I move my fingers.
Okay,
on
Jonathan
the
was right. These are very literal lyrics right now.
This is very much some Joanna Newsom-esque stuff going on.
Literally just describing what she's doing.
Thinking whether she's sobbing in the little I shall boil some beans. I should get my
What is this, a fucking documentary?
Hey,
The
vitamin.
last video
Vitamin D.
I watched told me the pH of my god microbiome was set to me.
Okay, I'm not a fan of these type of lyrics. This is too on the nose.
So I fill myself up with fiber as dusk begins to set.
Really took a long time to get through that
The old
sentence.
man across the street, the clinical glow
joke.
from your window.
This song is like serious?
Why
This wasn't a single,
don't
was
you
it?
get
No.
It looks like a It's trying to land
Once again, extremely contrasting between the lyrics and the vocals and instrumental. I shall boil some beans at home.
And I make eye contact with his balding patch. Turn off the TV, old man. I light the candle. It's time to curtain the night. It is only 5:00.
I love the way that ends. Big fan of that. Very pretty.
Okay. That was Forever How Long, title track. I'm gonna throw Cole up first.
Have fun.
I liked most of that. We got a little shaky melody wise and writing wise in the middle there. I don't I don't know why she went with those words specifically to like it just took her so long to sing some of those lines. I don't really know
That's been a
why.
common theme throughout this album, though.
Yeah, it just got a little weird in the middle and did not play well for me. But other than that, it was nice. You know, pretty song.
Yep.
6.5 to a 7.
Let me go next so Noah can make the actual fans of this artist happy. As a person who comes from a lyrical world with the okay, I know exactly what these two are.
Most
already gonna
pretentious
say.
shit I've ever heard.
Let me just say, as a person who cares most about lyrics in a song, this song is painful to read
not
and
true.
listen to. I didn't say I cared the most out of everyone here. I said lyrics are what I care about the most.
Okay.
These lyrics were hard to read. These lyrics were hard to follow. This is basically a POV documentary of her day. step by step what she was doing, and I do not care at all. At even the slightest bit. She really tried to extend some of these lines to make it seem more interesting by the I do this. And I'm like, no, stop. That's making it worse. You're making me more annoyed by it. Instrumental was pretty, but the lyrics really took me out of this. I mean, just awful lyrics. I hated these. The songwriting might have been good, but god damn, these lyrics were just annoying to read and so uninteresting. Really, really hurt my care about this song. 4. Noah.
First off, giving any Black Country New Road song a negative rating is fucking insane.
Oh, I didn't.
That is ludicrous. You give it a 4. Yes, you did. That's ludicrous.
Not negative.
Yeah, that is negative. Anything below a 5, I consider a negative rating.
Well, this one deserves
'Cause-
below a 5.
Next, you know it didn't.
Bitch, she said I'm gonna boil some beans.
Okay. Great thing that the instrumental was beautiful.
I said
So
the
I didn't give a
instrumental was
fuck.
good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You come from a lyrical world. I'm sorry. So you can't appreciate a pretty instrumental.
That is so not
Um,
Continue.
Well, it heavily weighed on your rating.
It did.
Anyway.
I thought they were bad.
Silly. Anyway. I don't see the issue of the lyrics. I really don't. The song has probably grown on me the most since hearing this album. This is my 3rd time going through it. It's just so pretty. It's really relaxing. Big fan of the flutes and keeping it very minimalist. I'm fine with hearing a nice little story with some peaceful flutes in the background. It's a good song. It's like a 7.5 to an 8.
Okay. I completely disagree. The lyrics to me took me completely out of this. Just I don't even want to say from a personal perspective. They were so uninteresting lyrics for me to read, talking about her having eye-to-eye contact with a dog and watching a guy pick up shit from the ground and boiling some beans, closing
That's
the curtains
funny.
and going to bed at night. Yeah, it was a little funny. I'll give her that. But there was nothing outside of that.
Yeah, but the instrumental is really pretty.
It was a very pretty instrumental. It
I
wasn't a
care about
whole lot
instrumentals
to it,
way
though.
more than lyrics.
It just wasn't a whole lot to the instrumental. It was just a flute, basically. Sounds like Wartime, 4+ from Rickster. 10, the song is absurd. Some of May's best songwriting yet. Wow. Okay, Mark, big fan. 5 from YMFK. What the fuck is this biographical ass song? 6 from Lava Jacob. 8 from Boy Boy Boy. I like it a lot. 7.5 from Tim. Very off lyrics from Wizard 2. From Wizard. This might be one of my favorite songs from them, genuinely. Big fan. All right. I have no reason to return this song, but it isn't bad. 6.5 from Jonathan. The way lyrics sound is more important than what they mean. I disagree with that. Well, maybe not more important, but I disagree I disagree they're more important, I guess, should I? 4 is below average. Yeah, it's below average. I like where Cole is sitting right now. 6.5 to 7 from Hugo. 7.5 from Palmer. What? Are you just sitting there? 8 from Carnicorn. 5.5 from Jonathan. Change my rating to a lower one. Ryan's right. I've had 2 people say I'm right this stream. That might be the first time in history.
There's a reason.
Fuck you. Just from what I heard. All right, I think we're on the last song, right?
Yep.
Last song, Black Country New Road's album, Forever How Long. We have Goodbye. Don't Tell Me.
I text while I walk to you. I tell you I'm here.
Mark, I haven't heard that song, but I'll listen to it and let you know.
By the door, up the stairs,
Sunglasses?
and
Oh,
there.
10?
How was your day?
Ooh, I like that
Are
drumming.
you in pain still? I sit on the side of the couch in the cold, in the empty apartment you recently sold. Is that why I'm here? I
Ian, that's only partially true.
Ladies, they kissed me for ages and left. I don't believe him. Leaning on me when I feel so incapable. I've fallen in love with a seedling, a towering flower that's grown so incredibly falling in love with the fear I believe in. I sink in my nails till I feel it inside. I've fallen in love with the feeling. I've fallen in love with the feeling. Don't tell me good.
Finish it.
Yes, they're phasing, Cole.
I was like, what is that?
That caught me off guard too. It happened for like 2 seconds. What a happy way
right.
to end the album.
That was definitely the happiest song on the album. No doubt about that. There's some dark shit on this one. All right, that was Goodbye, Don't Tell Me. Last song on this album. Let's let Noah finish.
That just makes me real happy. Makes you really enjoy, going through and listening to this album. This song definitely has one of the catchier hooks on the album. I think it's a very nice hook. I think I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's very pretty. It's probably the most well-rounded song on the album. It's not too ambitious, but not too stale at the same
Well,
time.
No, this is not the most well-rounded song on the album.
I think it is pretty easily. It's the most straightforward. It's very nice. And yeah, it does have that. It does have aura to it, like a closing song aura to it.
It does have closing aura to it. You're right.
And I'm a big fan of that. It's a very nice way to tie the album up in a nice bow. I'd give that an 8.
Cole is just out here dying.
That's my
laughing
nickname in
this
high school.
Nice bow.
What, closing song aura?
Closing aura.
Closing
Okay.
aura. Oh, all right. You know what, Cole? Tell us all about your nickname in high school then when you talk about this song.
That was a good closer. That was a nice way to wrap things up. Very fitting for me.
That's it right there. Fitting.
Good progression. Like the build. Very pretty vocals to support the build. Like the lyrics. Liked all the performances. Cool phaser effect they had going there for a second. That was fun. I'll throw this one a 7.5.
Ah. Yeah, this is the word Cole took it out of my mouth. This is fitting. This is exactly the style this album was. In terms of well-rounded, no, I'll say this is probably well-rounds the album up for sure. It's got all the different styles in the album all at once. It's exactly like this album has been. and that includes the lyrically, because I think it has its moments of being good, and then it has its moments of we're leaning in too far into picking random lines out and using them again. But that being said, it's not bad. It's certainly better than some of the previous songs or some of the songs on the album. I would give it a strong 7 to a 7.5. All right, let's see what chat thinks before we give our final rankings. Noah gets it. Noah does get it. Okay, you guys are
Right?
big fans of Noah. 8.5 from Boy by Boy. It's no basketball shoes, but my God, her voice is beautiful. Her voice is very pretty. Carnicorn gives it a 9, 8.5. Nice finish from Tim. This is a strong 11. Not my favorite from Great Wizard. I love that you gave it a strong 11, but it's not your favorite. Lava Jacob with a 7.5 to 8. 8 was decent. Didn't reach the potential for YMFK. 8 from Palmer. Good lyrics, good melodies, good instrument, good close as a whole. 7.5 to an 8. All right. It's final rankings time. Oh, and Jonathan gives it a 6.5 to a 7. For those who've never been here before, for any new Black Country New Road fans who might be here on YouTube checking us out, we take our top 3 of the album, we put it in order, we give the album a 1 to 10 ranking, and we give our final thoughts on the album. Noah, this is your band. Go for it.
Okay. At 3, I'll go Two Horses. At number 2, I'll go Salem Sisters. And number 1, I'll go For the Cold Country. This album, it took a second for me to start really warming up to it. The first time I heard it, wasn't very big on it. Probably because I was just wishing it sounded exactly like the old Isaac Wood stuff.
Give me the old Isaac Wood, not the new Isaac Wood.
Yeah, the new Isaac Wood
That
is
doesn't
fucking in a
exist.
bakery. Yeah, he essentially doesn't exist. He doesn't want to be known as existing anymore.
Wow.
Second listen through, started warming up a bit, and I think on this one, it's reached its true position for me. Instrumentally, I enjoy it a lot. I think it's very pretty. I think it's very diverse. They use a lot of different things: harpsichord, banjo, like a nylon string guitar, like wooden flutes. They use a lot of different stuff, and I think it, for the most part, benefits them. Lyrically, it definitely improves as the album goes on. Structurally, it kind of does so the same. It's a solid album right here. I'm feeling an 8.
8, okay. Cool. Your final top 3 and final thoughts.
I think you got my score and your score for Forever How Long confused.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Always am.
There you go. Fixed it.
Let's see. What did I give? Can you show me the scores real quick?
You want me to share screen?
Or just like, what was the third? Did I give like how many
You're
7.5s that I got?
not a lot. 1, 2, 3, 3. Does not appear you gave
What were
any.
they?
Happy Birthday, Two Horses, and Goodbye.
I think I'll go Happy Birthday at 3, Two Horses at 2, and For the Cold Country at 1.
Okay.
I think especially the first 4 songs on this album are definitely they're just like really whatever to me. A lot of growing pains in there, a lot of not really sure what to do there. But I think the second half is a big improvement. Almost like night and day improvement. I think it's a solid album. Definitely their weakest so far, but it's kind of to be expected.
Transitioning period for them.
Yeah. I'll probably give this album a 6.5 to a 7.
6.5 to a 7. All right, my top 3 of the album is it's going to be as follows. We have Two Horses at 3, For the Cold Country at 2, and Mary at 1. I did enjoy that song quite a lot, especially the lyrics of it. I really didn't know what to expect. I've said that a lot of times about some of the albums we've done recently, because we've done a lot of albums I have not heard recently. I knew Noah and Cole were big fans of this, specifically Noah. I knew it's art rock, which is a genre I'm not a particularly huge fan of. It just has never spoke to me as it speaks to you guys, apparently. That being said, I thought Noah's. I'm gonna actually majority agree here with Noah. I think the album progressed a lot better. It started out pretty average, slightly above average, lyrically, structurally, and the song progressions on this were pretty below average for me. And it got a lot better as songs went on. It got a little personal. It got very dark at times. It had a lot of different emotions coming out. Vocally, I like how they kept their tones. All the different singers kept their tones, no matter what the emotion was, no matter what they're lyrically speaking about. It was a kind of very contrasting at times throughout the album, and it didn't really. If you're not looking at the lyrics, you wouldn't quite get how dark some of these songs are. I like sometimes when bands do that. They don't give it away by giving you the tone and making their entire pitch change just to match it. It can work really well, but it can also be unique to try and give people make people read the lyrics and understand what they're saying, because lyrics do mean something. As much as people try to dismiss them as, oh, it's however you sing it, you can say whatever you want if you just sing it right. I don't agree with that. That's not my approach to music. I think there's a lot that could have been better about this, specifically some of the progressions and how they ended. A lot of the climaxes could have been a bit more effective. All that being said, I guess I would say I'm a little bit pleasantly surprised. Happier than I thought I would be, especially at the beginning of the album. I will give this a solid 7.5. I think there was a lot of very good work here, but nothing that was like, wow, that's really good. Nothing I sit down and said, oh my gosh, I'm in love with that song, type of deal. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. For those who are watching on YouTube, leave a like down below and hit subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some Black Country New Road. Also, and if you're brand new here, if you're a Black Country New Road fan, you probably already heard all their albums, so I don't need to tell you this. But if you're a new fan and you've never heard of Black Country New Road, Noah, what should they listen to first?
Well, there's two different options. Ants from Up There. But if you're into the more like abstract, out there stuff, you should listen to their first album for the first time.
There you go. Go listen to it. They have a different sound on this. This was made by a new songwriter and a new lyricist, so it's also about, I think this is all in female vocals, right? I don't think there's any male vocals on this one.
Yep, three different female vocalists.
So go listen to their other stuff, see what you like. You may like this more, you may like other stuff more, but go listen to Black Country New Road. Shout out to them for the new album. We just reviewed it. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like down below, hit subscribe, hit the bell to get notified when we go live. We did this one live. We do all our album reviews live, and we think they're pretty fun if you guys want to come join the chat. Also join our Discord. Follow us on Twitter. Both links in the description below. We have a music trivia tournament quiz going on in Discord that will be scheduled, and you can win some prizes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, chat. Let's see what you guys gave B.C.N.R's new album.
Well, Mark, would you really give Bush Hall to somebody for their first Black Country New Road album? Would you? No, you would not. Do I enjoy it a lot? Yeah. But I would not give a live album with like 40 seconds between each song of clapping to somebody and tell them this is the Black Country New Road sound. It's not the full Black Country New Road experience.
Least favorite B.C.N.R album, but still a great album. Storytelling songs like Cold Country and Nancy carried that LP for Carnicorn, who gave it a 9. Jonathan gives it a 7. Strong 8 from Tim. I like it. I've never heard this band before, but I like them now. Well, that's good, WR. Strong 20,000 from Green Wizard. We like a wizard opinion. Getting to be a diamond opinion, same thing. Top 3 were Salem Sisters, Cold Country, and Nancy. Album is a 10 from Mark Carrasco, who says, I'm a crazed B.C.N.R fan, so it makes sense, but I promise it's a genuine rating. It feels like a cold shower in spring to him. I like that metaphor. That kind of does feel like what this is. Very on the nose, in your face type of album. 3 Big Spend, 2 Horses, 1 Cold Country. Carnicorn 3 2 Horses, 2 Nancy, 1 Cold Country. Hugo 1 Cold Country, 2 Nancy Takes the Night. Tries to take the night. 3 Happy Birthday. Very much in agreement with everything Cole had to say. Bit more of a fan though. 7.5 from Hugo. He's a big fan of Cole's opinion.
I'm just never wrong. Just never.
Jonathan with the easy number 1 of Nancy, 2 horses, 3 Mary. I know you guys will have a lot of albums to get to, but I'd love you to watch what you think of Australia's biggest all-time band, Cold Chisel. Their album used to be a good starting point. Well, Ian, if you want us to do that album, I'm not gonna lie to you, anytime soon, you're probably gonna have to submit a paid album request, which you can do by DMing us on Discord, DMing us on Twitter, or submitting an email to our business email, because we're kind of busy with album requests for the next couple of weeks, so that will be the best chance to get it. Oh, we missed James Diamond. Sorry, bro. Last plug for y'all to react to Revenge Seekers by Jane Remover, your personal album of the year. Same thing to you, YMFK. We have a lot of albums to get through, and people have already paid some money to have their albums requested. So there's a chain of order we got to go through. So put yourself in the queue if you would like to. No one, shameful. This album isn't a walking TikTok trend. Why is this? I see this rose that looks like a sad rose everywhere nowadays. I don't know why I see it everywhere. Every fucking
so
YouTube comment, every Twitter comment. I don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it.
You're too old.
I'm 27 ain't old, bro. Hate to tell y'all Zoomers out there, but 27 ain't old.
Wrong side of 20. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, it says the guy is almost 20 or is 20. Are you
Nope.
20?
Nope.
Almost.
No,
20.
I'm a youngin.
Yeah, you're a youngin.
I'm on the wrong side of 10.
Okay.
8 out of 10 for Palmer as a whole. Bush Hall has some misses, low key. This is a decent album. Good, Jonathan. Cole, your vocal tone and takes are not it, pal.
What vocal tone takes?
I don't know.
Oh, vocal and tone takes.
Vocal and tone takes are not
What
it.
are my bad vocal and tone takes?
28 feels old when you haven't been treating yourself good for 10 years. I've been getting into exercising a lot recently, so that has actually been one thing I'm proud of myself for. Big W for me. But a sad yeah, I don't get the sad rose, man. Okay, Palmer, chill. No need to be calling anyone unk. Ain't no unks in this chat, or well, there might be some unks in this chat, but ain't no unks in this stream, bro.
I don't know, you're kind of an unk.
No, bro. All right, chat. But really appreciate you guys coming out for this Black Country New Road album. Shout out to them. If you guys haven't heard anything else by Black Country New Road, go check them out. We will be back with another stream tomorrow. I think we can all do it tomorrow, yeah?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Possibly tomorrow. We're going to do one more Pink Floyd album before we get to some of our paid album requests. So the next Pink Floyd album is Animals. I wanted to get that out of the way before we do our paid album requests. So next stream will be Animals. Stay tuned for that, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm an uncle of like 16. Damn. Thank you guys for coming out. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us. Join our Discord. We'll see you guys in the next stream. Have a good one. Oh, also, go watch our new video. It's out. Go check it out.